All right. So looks like next map I believe is Bio, and Perilous was banned from Jelly. Yeah, we're gonna keep it on Seattle.
Bio clan.
All right. Switching the scenes over. Oh wow, that onion ring was something else. Check out my throat. All right, so they want Chicago, so that's fine. Have to wait for a confirmation that both players are in the lobby. Caleb? Caleb. You here? You here? And I'm gonna double check bracket, so it looks like Chloe and Tube are going. I believe. Okay, cool. We are good to go. Yeah, last match. Oh, that was entertaining. I love that. So we get to watch another Bioplant game. Good luck. Have fun to both players. All right. So, Klybi? I swear I'm gonna pronounce this wrong all day. He was the player that had knocked me out knocked me into losers rather. And Jelly had knocked out Marble. So Jelly's actually gonna get the first pick here, pretty solid. Yeah, Kylo's gonna have to build up a stack. I mean, both players, pretty even stacks. We're just gonna have to see how their next fights engage. If they can get like a solid hit, then they're gonna be golden. Oh, so 1-1. Libby, he punishes Jelly pushing for red. Jelly trying to trap, set up a trap for him, but he only gets 6 damage out of it, and he takes so much more than that. Jelly has to get some more solid damage in on his traps. Otherwise, they're not doing a ton for him. He gets Mega, but I don't think it's gonna pay off for him. I think as opposed to grabbing Mega, since he didn't have the map control on that half, he just had to do some punish. He had to chip damage. Big fight over at Launchpad. Libby's gonna be able to get red armor. One to do, two. Jelly's still trying to punish Mega Health, and I think he has to try doing it in a different way because he's not getting enough damage out of sitting over at top catwalk. And he's allowing his opponents to just hop in and grab it for free. Libby knows that Jelly is nearby and trying to get something, but he's actually over in mid. I think he's waiting for Mega. Yeah, Jelly knows that he's over by red. Oh, I think he took damage there. Jelly doesn't seem too eager on engaging right now. The match is going pretty well in like the pace that Jelly wants to play. As we've seen from like other games, he likes playing slower paced game and trying to control his opponent more. And from what we know about Libby is like he likes to plus forward and he likes to take his gunfights. He might get punished here, although Jelly doesn't have any armor. I think Jelly threw the smoke and unfortunately just gave away the free exit. He could have gotten some damage on the rotation out. Has to delay here to get the blue. He knows Libby has really hard control over red. And so like you don't necessarily need red control on this map, but getting your half of the map plus Mega, I feel, is one of the more important things. Jelly's really low armor right now, so if Libby engages here, he'll likely die. Literally 1 HP. Yeah, Jelly just waiting. He's trying to collect as much health pickups as he can. He's gonna give up Mega, and Libby I think will be able to walk in there and get it for free. It's not up quite yet, but I think give it another 5-10 seconds. Yeah, Libby grabs Mega, but he doesn't have any armor, so if Jelly gets some solid shots in, I think he should win the next fight if he traps him. Jelly's playing incredibly patient, but I think he has to change how he does his traps. And unfortunately, he's going in right as Libby shows up, and Libby is punishing this. So it's either Jelly has to play more aggressively, plus forward more, or he has to change how he sets up his trap. Because notice how he sets up a trap, but he doesn't pick up his items. And then all of a sudden, as soon as like someone rotates in towards him, he gets super punished. He loses the frag. And even though the score is 1-4, Jelly's having a really hard time getting any momentum in this game. Like he's able to grab, I feel, the items he wants, but I don't think they're necessarily everything that he should be pushing for. Missing the elevator jump. Also gonna give... Actually, Jelly has an opportunity now to get red. He'll take a fight here. Broken armor, but he has no HP. Yeah, and he's gonna go down here. 1-5. 4 more minutes until Golden Frag kicks in. Libby has all the advantage in the world right now. Oh, Jelly finally gets the trap that he wants to get some decent damage. Oh! And he gets a pick through the smoke, but he has no HP. He has to engage and win this fight. But he's gonna pull back and grab red, and Libby's just gonna give it to him. I guess Libby didn't know how low he was. That direct rocket through the smoke was everything that Jelly needed, but he has to capitalize off his opponent's disadvantage. Yeah, gets some really big damage off of the pincer, but it's not going to be quite enough. He's going to eat a direct rocket. Libby's going to have more control over the armor and health pickups. Jelly will get Mega here, and he has actually a massive stack, but I think because of how passive he's playing, he's not going to get the benefit that he needs. And he doesn't lock down the items quite hard enough for Libby to think twice about taking them. Because right now, Libby's on the other side of the map, and he's sitting and watching a red armor that's currently up and waiting for his opponent to show up. And if he just takes it a few seconds earlier, and doesn't let them take rotational advantage on the map, then he could be in a lot better situations. Low HP for both players. Unfortunately, Libby's gonna get the mega health, and Jelly has to do something. He's stuck in a corner. He's gonna lose his life. I think he needed an armor pickup. He needed health for sure. He had a 50 really close to him. I think if he changes his routes for his rotates, then things could be going a lot more in his favor. Huge, huge damage for Jelly. Big stack advantage for Jelly. If he chooses to engage on a fight, then I think he has a really good chance of winning it. But every fight that we see from him is very similar to this, where he pulls it longer distance and just takes the odd pincer shot, and he's almost afraid to plus forward a fight. Now, like, chasing and thirsting really hard for a kill isn't always good, and it usually isn't beneficial. You generally want to push off a massive hit, which actually huge fight here for Jelly. Jelly's able to get that pick that we were saying that he needs, but there's only 20 seconds until golden frag, and he needs 3 kills to tie the game. Doesn't know where his opponent is, but he's over sitting at red. Like, so what's happening right now is Jelly doesn't have a stack, but he's camping angles and waiting to get chip damage. Like right now, he's sitting, maybe trying to set up a trap for red, but red is down right now. Gonna get some pretty big damage. If he can get a direct here and chase this, I think it would have been okay. 2 armor, it's risky, but I think that was, like, opportunities like those is what he needs to put himself back in the game. And now it's golden frag for our Klybi. Jelly setting up another trap behind the teleporter, but he eats a massive rocket that could have put the end of his game. Libby isn't actually pushing off that massive hit, but that's going to be what he needs to close out the game. 7-3 frags, 1-0 so far. This is BO5, by the way. Okay, so next map is Frontier. We actually got to see Klybi play this map against me earlier. Kind of got washed, not gonna lie.
Game starts in 3.
Oh, I'm trying to tweet out. All right, cool. All right, so now the other impressive thing I want to say is Klybi is playing with 110 ping disadvantage. Frontier gives Jelly the most room to plus back. I'm surprised as opposed to Cosba. Just give him the medal. Yeah, no, our boy Klybi is from Russia. He's got a massive ping disadvantage. But like that, I don't think that matters to him. Man, Russia's gonna take our Our sweet prize pool. He's gonna take my Canadian dollars. So for those that don't know, I did put $200 prize pot for top 3 for this event, and I hadn't region locked it, so anyone was welcome to enter, and it was a free tournament. So, oh, massive rocket from Klybi. Yeah, Jelly had to plus back there, get any stack that he could. There's like a big difference between plus forwarding too much and then plus backing too much, and I think Jelly is just on the cusp of being a little bit too much on the plus back. People were saying earlier, like before his games were starting, that if he was more confident in his play, he'd be able to get a lot more and he'd be a lot better, and I think that's kind of ringing true from what we've seen from him. So 2-0 for Libby. Playing silent, but he actually finds the trap that Jelly was setting up, and he's gonna get free pick. He takes hardly any damage here. I think it's still another 5? Probably now 5 seconds for the red armor, as Jelly did just take it earlier. Libby's able to grab it. Jelly's trying to set up a trap for green, but I don't think this is ever a good trap. Unless your opponent is really low HP and you're confident that you're going to be able to do some serious damage and get a frag on it, I think it's not necessarily worth it. It would maybe be better to play a little bit closer or a little bit more aggressive. A different angle, perhaps, like from on top of pillar in garden. Yeah, and Jelly's struggling because he doesn't have any of the stack that he needs. Oh, he missed a massive jump that he needed for pincer, but Jelly's not going to punish it too much. Libby's going to just go. He wants red armor. He wants to build his stack 200. And now he's going to chase. He knows that his opponent never stacks up. Fights are much easier for him. And Jelly's gonna struggle. Jelly's getting the weapons that he needs, and he's being smart, I feel, about the weapons that he needs. But unfortunately, that's only half of it. If he was to bait a little bit differently for these... Oh, huge! But even then, 100 damage when your opponent is 200 hardly does anything. You need an actual fight and not just chip damage when you let your opponent run away the whole time. Yeah, so like 70 damage there, plus back, that's fine. Unfortunately, Jelly was able to, or not Jelly, Libby was able to just plus forward faster, and he wasn't discouraged at all to give him space. Libby knows that if he can find Jelly at any point of the game, then likely he has hardly anything of a stack. $8-0 for Klybi 4. 4 more minutes. Well, not even 4 more minutes. Only if he gets a few more picks, I think it's only going to be about a minute until Golden Frag comes around. He does actually give Jelly some space, but Jelly has no health. If he just hits him for hardly anything, breathes on him, just like that, then he's down. He's out. Jelly almost hits a massive direct. He does get one. But he's sitting in a really tough situation. He's not sure whether or not he wants to defend the door or defend Mega. Libby does see where Jelly is hiding. Jelly, unfortunately, gives up red armor entirely. Mega's not going to be up for another 15 seconds or so. and he's back to his trap over by the door. He gets about 40 damage in, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Libby's going to be able to get his health pickups. He's still not even sub 100 health, and he has Mega right next to him, free to grab. And Jelly still has not gone and set up a stack for himself. He's letting Libby run around the map and grab anything that he wants, no challenge, and usually gets him a free kill. Golden frag, gonna go to Klybi, so that's game 2 to Klybi's favor.
Who the fuck is Ted?
Chloe, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. How did your tournament run go? Who's the other person in losers semis? Currently, I have to play against Marvel, and then the winner of us will play you. Hello, Smash Logic. I assume this is Brad. Yeah, rest of the matches will absolutely be streamed. So, no immediate picks. Both players just going to stack up right away. Red is respawning, and Libby does have the positional advantage to just go in and grab it. Jelly's not able to punish too much on that. Jelly, unfortunately, missing his pincer shot. Huge damage that I think he really needed. Libby flying past one of Jelly's traps, but Jelly's not able to get a ton of damage off it. Libby has basically a max stack right now. Effectively a 200-200. But Jelly's getting some really good damage in. If he can get like a solid rocket or anything, then he could have had a really good chance. But instead he got picked by a pincer. He's playing it pretty slow right here. But I think... No. Libby wanted to go for Mega because the two armors were synced up, which means now there will be a 10-second difference between the two of them spawning. Which the red armor will spawn first. Libby does find Jelly, but he's not going to plus forward on him. Playing it patient. Jelly, I think, is setting up a trap here. Has no idea where his opponent is. He thought he was higher up. Oh! Klybi is getting the pick that, or like the chip damage that he needs exactly. What Klybi is doing is almost what Jelly is trying to do, where he's playing more passive, or like he wants to play more passive, and then just go for chip damage. But Libby knows that, hey, I'm getting some massive damage. I can plus forward off of that because my stack is still really big. I've likely broken your shield or taken you really close to breaking your shield. And you're not going to have a chance to fight me here. So red armor should come up in the next 5 seconds here, I believe, if I'm not miscounting. Jelly has effectively no armor. Jelly's gonna plus back, grab some armor, but he's getting chased around by Klybi. Adson of Salsa, what is your favorite Pokemon? Oh, that's a tough question. What's what's that Pokemon with it's like a white-haired dog with a single horn or whatever? Absol. We got it. It's Absol. Easy. Gun to my head? Bro, take the gun away. I answer your question. You're welcome. Good choice. Thank you. So -1 to 2. Jelly's gotta figure something out in his game plan. Quote dog. All right, chat. I'm not a big Pokemon person. You can't bully me too much. So Jelly finally has himself like a fairly decent stack. While he doesn't have more armor, he does have a fair amount of health. Actually, yeah, now Jelly has 200. So in this kind of situation, I don't think Jelly should be playing traps at all. He's got a massive stack, and Caleb isn't quite ready for it. Jelly's got no idea where he is. Caleb is able to get the mega health. They will run into each other at the exit of the teleporter. Huge damage. Caleb gets himself back to 0 frags. Almost on the scoreboard again. But Caleb got a really good spawn. I think he had red spawn. So Caleb almost, or sorry, Jelly almost has a worse advantage, or like he has a disadvantage. Jelly setting up some more traps. He's not confident with his current stack. Yeah, Caleb's gonna push here. He knows his stack is bigger because he hasn't been hearing Jelly rotate at all. He hasn't heard him grab any items. He knows he has the map as close to lockdown as possible. And right here, Jelly's just trying to grab whatever pick he can, but while he does get some solid 100 damage in, Red Armor's back up, and he gave it up for free. He could have rotated through, grabbed it, and then plus backed out immediately. Instead, he just ran away. He got his 100 damage. He let his opponent shield back up. And now Mega's going to be up again in 2 seconds. There it is. And Jelly doesn't have anything. He's off sitting in a corner, trying to punish him grabbing red, but he doesn't even have enough to take engagements that are safe with your rockets, really. Yeah, Caleb is gonna slow orb him, plus forward as hard as he can, and just take his life with a shaft. He's able to find Jelly. Doesn't plus forward super hard because he knows red's up, and he would rather keep his stack high than push. Oh, a small misinput there. Caleb misses the mega health, but he's able to grab it anyways. And Jelly, like, because Jelly doesn't have a stack, any engagement that he takes that's not super positive will get him killed, no matter what. Because your opponent's gonna find you, their stack is gonna be massive, and they're gonna plus forward you. You have to grab something and deny items. Grab more weapons, grab some armor, health pickups, anything that you can without getting yourself killed. Like right here is a great time to plus back and just grab red and then leave. The 2 items are synced up, so you just have to run. But Caleb pressing in, just barely winning the fight. He had 40 HP. Jelly just had to hit 1 shot. Jelly opting to not grab the blue armor that was right behind him, and he's gonna eat a fat direct rocket. Another pick for Caleb. Jelly is just losing. Like, Jelly has absolutely no momentum. He does get red, so if he wins this fight, he could try and get some more picks, but unfortunately, he doesn't hit what he needs to, and that will be the set 3-0. And that will be GG's.